Greetings all, it's Blue Knight. Welcome back to the Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword. Previously, we finished the Earth Temple and found Zelda unharmed. But in order to be an asset to her, we were informed that we have to grow stronger by facing some trials ahead of us. What are these trials? Well, we don't know for sure yet, but I'm sure we'll figure out that little mystery we were informed at some point. Today, with the third tablet in hand, we'll be heading back to the statue of the goddess and put that tablet in to see the third region down beneath the surface. But before we do that, we got some goddess chests to hit, so let's go handle that right now. So the first goddess chest that we can go after is the one on Bamboo Island. That's right behind that little dungeon place where the bamboo game is. I'm not sure what it's called. But we get another freaking gold rupee! What a way to start the episode. I get a gold rupee that I can't even use because my wallet's full. Well, as long as we're here, we might as well check out this bamboo minigame because I don't think I did show it off last time. I was only here just to introduce Peter. Thought I'd run into you here? Wait a second. Oh. I thought he was going to repeat the same dialogue from the first time we met him. No way he is. Never mind. I swore I did see him when I was replaying this game again up to the point that I had to re-record. But I guess the game didn't save it? I'm not sure. Yeah, well, I want to try to slice some bamboo because I know I didn't show this off yet to my recollection. There's gotta be a way to spice things up a notch or three. Yep, that's the ticket right there. You're gonna take a swing and whittle it down that big old bamboo right there in the middle of the room. Thing is, see, it's a contest to see how many cuts you can make before it hits the ground. If you're good enough, you'll stroll out of here with a prize. It only costs us 10 rupees to try this minigame, so not too expensive. Let's get to slicing. So the way I go around this bamboo slicing minigame is to try and cut left and right as fast as I can, but don't go too far in either direction, otherwise you'll be out of range with the bamboo, like right there. I only got 15 cuts. I think that's a bare minimum we can get to get at least a small prize. Well, you got miles to go, but I'll give you something for the effort. 30 rupees. But you can only use 10 of them for my wallet. So let's try to hit the goal of 20 this time, which is where I want to reach at the very least. But he's informing us that the longer our sword, the easier we'll be able to cut through the bamboo. So that's a little hint towards the future that we can do with our sword. But we can't get the 20 cuts with how long our sword is right now, so I'm going to try and do that. I was only one cut away. A miles ago, I get the 30 rupees again. It's a little heartbreaking. I only got one cut shy of what I wanted, where I want to get. That's how you do it. That's how you cut the bamboo. That took me quite a few tries, but I was eventually able to get the hang of it. 24, pretty good record considering how small our sword is, at least in his opinion. That's what I'm talking about. You really brutalized that bamboo. Here's your prize. And we get a monster horde. I think we already got this. No, this is our first new one. Nice. A first new one. That was a really stupid way to word it. 28 chops he wants next time. Despite how good I can be with this minigame right now, I'm gonna wait till later till we can enhance our sword a bit. But since we got something new, we'll have to investigate it. Monster Horde. A battle horde taken from a bokoblin. It's surprisingly difficult to get any sound out of it. I honestly thought we did get this before, but I guess I was just having a faulty memory. And while I'm here, I forgot to check the bomb bag we got from the Earth Temple last time. You can carry bomb bags in this handy bag. Remember to fill the bag whenever you can. Also, we can check the ancient tablet with now all of 3 of the pieces of said tablet now in our possession. We'll get a bit more dialogue than what we had previously. So that's the most optimal way to go around the bamboo slice at this current time. I actually forgot the name of the mini game, so it'll come on screen right now in case I'm wrong. But like I said, that was the optimal way that I showed how to go through bamboo slice at that time. Just go left or right without going too much in one direction. Otherwise the bamboo will be too far away and you won't be able to slice anymore. Okay, so the next goddess chest is not too far from Bamboo Island. I think it's a bit to the east of it. So let's see what we get from number 2. A silver rupee. Well, I guess I need a bit more room to fill my wallet, but that's still kind of useless in my opinion. I only got 3 out of the 100 that we collected for that. The third one is not too far from our last location. It's a bit southeast to it, as you can see on the map. Always remember to mark a beacon whenever you have one. Well, actually, we'll have one at this point, so what am I saying? Nonetheless, I'm just trying to say it'll make it much easier to fly to a location that you're at when you return to the map. But here's our third location. There are actually 2 on this island, if I remember correctly. Though, depending which one is available to us right now, is the thing I'm trying to remember. I think it might be down this vine wall. Let's see, keep going. Come on, Link. We got all day here. We got wasted enough time as is, and I was right. It was after the vine wall. There not be another high value rupee. Ah, it's something else. The treasure medal. If you carry this, treasure will appear more often. It's the perfect thing to take along on a treasure hunt. I think that was added to our inventory. It's pretty nice. I thought our pouch was full, quite honestly. So medals are a new object we haven't come across until this point in the game. You may have seen a couple back at Beetle's air shop if you were paying attention enough, but I'm not getting into that quite yet because, well, we still have one more goddess chest to get to, and it's kind of far away. And I believe we're also hearing uncharted skies for us because we haven't been to that part of the region yet, or at least investigated it as much as we did for the rest of this sky region place map. Words, how do they work? I can't find the right word for this location. Hold on a second. I just remembered that as long as we're heading to the last goddess chest in our current stint across the sky, we'll stop by the lumpy pumpkin along the way, since now we can do the second portion of this little side quest. Oh, you're here just in time for another job, that is. Your next job's to help pick the pumpkins, and I don't want to hear any moaning or complaining. This should be an easy one for you. Kina spends her afternoons picking pumpkins in the patch out back. Carry those to the storage shed. Kina will give you the details. Oh, but you can only work on the patch during the day. There's no telling what will happen under the night sky. Well, I have no idea what he's worried about because there are no monsters around the lumpy pumpkin at night. So he really has nothing to worry about. If it was in Skyloft, then it would be a much different story, but it's not. So he has nothing to worry about whatsoever. Just being a big worrywart. Then again, this is coming from someone from me who's just paranoid as hell and does kind of worry a bit if things don't really go in order. Oh, and your next job has been decided. Looks like you'll be helping with a pumpkin harvest. What a relief. Do you have any idea how heavy those pumpkins are? Oh yeah? You think it's gonna be a piece of pumpkin cake, do you? I'm not really a fan of pumpkin cake, then again, I never tasted pumpkin cake, if that's a real thing. So she's challenging us to carry 5 at once. This minigame is pretty looked down upon from what I've seen online. You'll see in a moment. But our goal for this little challenge is to get the pumpkins all the way over there without dropping any of them whatsoever. The trick is to carry several pumpkins at once. Carrying several pumpkins at once is to walk slowly. If they start to lean right, move right. If they start to lean left, move in that direction. Take your time and keep your balance. If you panic start to rush, well, you're gonna drop them. So, good luck. So true to our word, we have to move very, very slowly in order to keep the pumpkins stacked. If they move in any direction like they're doing right now, just move in that direction and they'll be realigned. The thing is, you can't really uh, turn Link. You can only go in the 4 cardinal directions, left, right, up, and down. If you try to rush, then the pumpkins will go out of alignment faster, and they'll fall down eventually. And if it's anything like what's happening to me right now, they'll keep going in one direction. And not even when I'm moving, they're still going. I was wondering if you could turn Link, but I don't think you can, like I said. I have a faulty memory of playing this game in the past and thinking that you can turn Link, but you can't. I'm actually having a really crappy run right now since the pumpkins keep leaning to the right. So this is taking a lot longer than my usual runs. But if you remember Kina's advice, just be patient and keep the pumpkin stacked. Then you'll be done with this challenge in no time. The real challenge here is just be patient. Yes, it can be slow, but just take your time with it. That's all you have to do. Okay, that took a lot longer than I expected, but we were finally able to get through. I know that gamers are known for being patient, but that's really the key to getting through that challenge. So now that we're done with this, we can go for Pum that we completed this mission and that we're done with this little portion of the side quest. Impressive! You're done harvesting all those pumpkins. But don't celebrate yet, you still got a ways to go before you paid off that fancy chandelier. Give me some time to think about it when I need you to work on next, so just come back and see me when I think of stuff. I completely butchered the line of what I was saying because the commentator is not very good at commentating sometimes. So we're not done with the lumpy pumpkin yet because if we sleep till night, then we can obtain a couple of gratitude crystals. The first one is on the higher floor of the lumpy pumpkin inside. We'll just go up the stairs where it was close to where you knocked down the chandelier, and there you go. One more gratitude crystal for the hero, and by hero I mean us. It's kind of obvious. I have no idea why else. So I have to point that out. But there's actually a second gratitude crystal we can get at the lumpy pumpkin at night. It's actually outside at the pumpkin storage shed. So be sure not to overlook this location when you're done with that harvesting pumpkin minigame. Otherwise you'll be missing out on 2 gratitude crystals. So now that we're done with these chandelier payment side quests for now, we can continue our adventure to the final goddess chest. Which, if I remember correctly, yep, we still have a bit of a ways to go. So excuse me for a moment. Finally, we made it! Jeez, that took a long time. Well, it's probably like 30 seconds for you guys, but it was really long for me. Now, if I could just find out which end to open it from, we could be done with this little goddess chest stint for now. And it's a small seed satchel. With this, we can carry 10 extra Deku seeds, but I think our pouch is full at this point. Yes, it is. Well, darn. But that's the reason why that if you did see it back at the bazaar, I didn't pick one up because we would get one for free after finishing Elden. So now we can head back to Skyward with all of our goddess chest stuff done, and I can finally get more stuff from Beetle's Air Shop. Now, normally this is where I would cut, but I actually want to talk about the music for a bit because I don't think I have really talked about the soundtrack that much in this game up until this point. If my memory's correct, this was the first Zelda game that used a live orchestral symphony when they were recording the soundtrack for this game. And I think that's being done again for the upcoming Zelda game, Breath of the Wild. I really like this song, especially that's Flying in the Sky, which I think is just called The Sky, according to the OST. The reason why I like the song in the sky is because that it's very adventurous, very lively, and at some point, every now and then you can trigger a percussion drum section to activate, and it will add a bit more to that particular song. I'm not sure at which point or what you have to do to trigger that. Sometimes I think you have to fly in a certain altitude. Other times I think you have to be in a certain section of the sky. I'm not sure what triggers that percussion section, but when it happens, it just adds a bit more to the sky song, which is what I really like. That's just one of the many songs I really like about this game. In fact, the next region we're gonna head to, it features another song that I wasn't really fond of at first, but I grew to love over time, especially when I was planning out this Let's Play. So now we can get more stuff at Beetle's Air Shop, which I want to get this adventure pouch first. We got more than enough to afford one at this point. Only 300 rupees, almost half our wallet, but it's well worth it. Now we can fit up to 6 items in our pouch, which would be very nice for that small sea satchel, but what are you gonna do? We can just go back to the item check and get that anyways. And I want to get an extra wallet just to ease our money trouble some more for the upcoming future. Or for upcoming future travels, is what I'm trying to say. Still 100 rupees, so that's a good steal as well. That increased the score of our wallet. Oh, thank you ever so much. You've given me the strength to keep pedaling. Now, these were the 2 medals that I was talking about earlier when we got the treasure medal. This one is a life medal. It bestows a bunch of mysterious and mystical effects on whoever carries it. What kind of effects? Don't ask me, I don't actually know. So even Beal doesn't know about what we could do with the life medal. Oh, but it's for 800 rupees though. I actually want to get that at some point, but it's best to save my money for later. And this other one is a bug medal. As long as you're carrying that, you'll be able to see on your map where bugs can be found. Quite expensive, but it's only for 1,000 rupees? Even more than the life medal? Wow, that must be really, really valuable. So in essence, the life medal just gives you another heart. Yeah, that's one of the things about this game is that all the heart pieces that you collect, you don't get the full 20 hearts. There are actually 2 life medals you have to obtain to complete the full 20 heart set. One we can find, I believe, in another goddess chest that we have yet to activate, but the other one is in Beetle's Air Shop. I hope I'm getting that right. Well, I don't think there's anything more we can do right now, so I'm gonna go back to the statue of the goddess and put our final tablet, or piece of the tablet in. Or is it just a tablet? I don't really remember anymore. I'm just gonna go to the statue of the goddess, that's what I'm trying to say. I've confirmed the location of a 3rd opening in the cloud barrier in the sky to the southwest. It will allow you to reach a new area on the surface. I suggest going there as soon as you are suitably prepared. And prepared we shall be for next time on The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword. There's really not much we could do outside of what we've already accomplished in this episode, or at least what I want to show off. So all we gotta do is just make some very minor preparations before we head to the third region, which I'm very excited for, in contrast to the last region we were at, because, believe it or not, the third region happens to be my favorite in this game, so I am really excited to get to that, so I can show that. So next time on The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword, we'll be headed to that third column in the Cloud Barrier opening. So until we meet again everyone, farewell for now.